stopping 34th Street, Penn Station.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Jedi Network. Return to the Knicks podcast here on a second day of January. We're talking some Knicks basketball, a little bit of everything here on BX Sports Jedi. Kev, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is having a good start of the year. So hope everyone's doing excellent. Let's go right into it, man. 2025, the Knicks attempt to achieve a 10-game winning streak. This is going to be the first time under Coach Tom Thibodeau as a tenure as Knicks head coach. They're going to go for 10 wins. They've done it 3 different occasions, 3 separate 9-game winning streaks under Coach Tibbs. They're trying to win their 10th here. Can the Knicks do it? They have that great victory against the Utah Jazz, despite not having Miles McBride, who came up at warm-up hobbling, as well as Jalen Brunson did not play for precautionary. We know he's been on the injury report for a couple of days, several games in a row with that calf, just off his feet. But the Knicks took care of business at Madison Square Garden closeout and started the year off strong, closed out the year strong and started the year here in 2025 strong, where the pundits are saying that this is their toughest schedule coming up. You know, they have OKC tomorrow. This is one of the games they always play in January. This is one of those games where OKC right now, I believe they're first in defense per 100 attempts, 100 possessions. They're giving up 102.1 points per game, if I'm not mistaken. The Knicks are second in NBA in offense with 120.1 points per game per 100%. 100 attempts, 100 possessions. That's a really good number for the Knickerbockers there. For now, we're going to see something's got to give. They're one of the OKC defense, New York Knicks offense. But again, it's about the health of Jalen Brunson. This team goes as far as Brunson, but it's not all on his shoulders. This year, we've seen he's got help. He's got a Thundercat with him down center in Mr. Bodega, one and only Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, watching the games with Karl-Anthony Towns, if you would have told me when this trade was made immediately that by New Year's we'll be 13 games over 500 and this guy is easily could be top 5 MVP of the league, I think we're like, nah, I don't know if that's going to be, is he going to fit? We were having questions. Is he going to fit? Is he tough? Is he going to stay healthy? Is he going to be too distracted by his family and so forth? But no, Karl-Anthony Towns has been more than advertised, at least with his reputation and more. I mean, not even. This is like a guy who's invested, invigorated, wants to be a Knick. He embraced wearing that orange and blue, playing alongside Jalen Brunson. You've got some cornerstones pieces in our team. And you know, I did the playback a few minutes ago. This is my second recording. This was my second live. I for some reason I was doing simultaneous and it just didn't go through the playback. So if you watch me on playback, thank you for watching me on YouTube. I had to make sure I wanted to get YouTube give the YouTube love as well. And I'm asking you guys to join the conversation. Everyone's listening to me anywhere. Tonight it's an open forum. Usually I keep it closed for watch-alongs and stuff like that. Tonight, if you're in the chat, we'll love to jump on. I wouldn't mind having a roundtable discussion with other Knick fans and about the Knick team. One thing that, come join the conversation. Don't just be a participant. Don't be a spectator, be a participant in our chat. So be a participant and join us. I want to hear from you guys all across from all the different platforms on Twitch, Rumba, Trueworld, Kick, YouTube, and of course X. And again, what we're seeing with our Knickerbockers, with our Knicks here, is just well-coached team. Tom Thibodeau, of course, they say the word culture. His tenure here, bad habits tend to go away quickly. Where, remember, we come with the centers. We talked about this many times on my watch-alongs and sometimes when I do some podcast roundtable discussions of talk, breakdowns. Tom Thibodeau, the way he continues to work with the and of course Johnny Bryant. Now some of the coaches that are currently here, with Brunson and Greer, they're all different coaches on his coaching staff. They always make an effort to help the big men excel and play well under his system. Of course, right? Is it his Karl Anthony Towns the major rim protector that the Knicks need? He has not turned into. He's not blocking shots, but man, when you give the amount of 30 and 20 rebounding games that he's given the Knicks, I mean, we're talking about putting them up there with rarefied with some of the Knick legend greats, and we're not even speaking about a record, and we'll get to that hasn't been done since 1981 for the Knicks team. And we're seeing that this year. Also, the record of four 40-point players in a year before January. We saw Mikal Bridges go out and score 40 plus on Christmas. The way the Knicks are dynamically constructed, I think it's safe to say in Leon Rose you trust. We can't jump the gun whenever he's rumored or he makes a deal. At the moment, or when the smoke and dust clears, it makes sense. AKA the Cam Reddish deal. When we acquired Cam Reddish, I was one of the first ones to be excited about Cam Reddish. I thought that Cam Reddish was going to be that explosive, athletic wing, offensive wing, attack wing that we were craving and wanted. Leon Rose flipped it over for Hart, and at the moment, you're like, Josh Hart for Cam Reddish. Hart wanted to play for the Knicks. If you remember in the We Hear year, there was a lot of rumors that he wanted to play and so forth. Then he went to Portland when he was in New Orleans, and then he ended up in New York. Moving Cam Reddish for Hart is a hell of a move. A check in his pouch. The OG Anunoby, by the way, defensive player of the month of December. Another accolade, another honor for another Knick player. Being defensive player of the year, defensive player of the month, for the month of December for the Knicks. In the move that, yes, is he going to be scoring flashy or the high ceiling as a RJ Barrett, who could be, like we mentioned in the last stream I made, that RJ Barrett could be the franchise for Toronto Raptors, and not even that, a Coke company, as Danny Barry, Sports Highlight, is in the building, says, yo, salute. Don't forget, join the conversation. Those that are out there, Knick fans, tonight's an open forum. Come join us. If you want to get on the platform and have a conversation, is the opportunity. Rarely don't open up the platform, so please come on up. We really want to hear and have a debate, have a conversation, have a talk with other Knick fans here. Want to hear from you guys, and not just keep going. That's no issue either. I was, my mother gave birth to me by myself, and I'm more than happy to do this solo. So we'll keep moving forward. If no one wants to join the conversation. So that's the point. And so we'll move on here, and we're speaking about OG Anunoby and Leon Rose making those deals. Yes, Emmanuel quickly is his potential missed. You could debate that. We could debate that. As we see the calendar year, I'm not going to use quickly injuries, but quickly did come up with a few little bit nicks and bruises when he was with us here. Miles McBride in that role has done well, but far beyond my expectation from a Miles McBride. One thing he showed us last season, the moment was not too small for him, or the moment was not too big for him. The lights weren't too bright. He played very well in the postseason, where quickly, if you've seen these years in the postseason, kind of shrink. I know one was injuries, guys. I understand that. The other one kind of disappeared a little bit. The jury's still out on Emmanuel quickly. I think he has a high seeding potential, and he came back last night, I believe, for Toronto, and he had a high assist game. He scored over 21 points. Good for him. I wish nothing but the best for Emmanuel quickly. I enjoyed him, but I understand the move when you're getting Precious Achiuwa, who, by the way, had another posterizing dunk last night with the Utah Jazz and against the Utah Jazz, and OG Anunoby, what he brings the Knicks defensively, who could guard any position. You could put him on a power forward. You could put him on a center. You saw him at times guarding the center. Victor Wembanyama on Christmas. You saw him yesterday. You've seen him guard some of the point guards. One thing that he is a Swiss Army knife who doesn't get in some foul trouble, that defender, that wingspan. And so far, knock on wood, he's been healthy. going forward, and hopefully stays healthy going forward in the season for the Knicks. And of course, we haven't even, we're what, a couple minutes in. We're 12 minutes in. We didn't even talk about Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, everyone was panicking. Did the Knicks get fleeced by first-round picks? Brooklyn fans just ready to throw a parade, ticker tape parade down a Metro Tech Plaza there, or down because they can't go into the Canyon Heroes. And we won this trade, and that's like, hold on, this is a trade. It's for the long term of the deal. Let's see what happens. Mikal Bridges' heroics on Christmas, the way he attacks, the way he defends, his length, his Euro stepping and switching from hands ambidextrous. He could go with the layup for the left with the right hand, switching, the smart pass basketball play underneath the basket. Once he gets you in the air, he knows how to get that contact and try to complete at the end 3-point play opportunities. High basketball IQ. This team, when you bring players that fit, it works. You could grab as many. You could grab as many shiny different players. That's why, again, I get a little bit not aggravated, because I'm not letting words or tweets take my peace or bother me. But I chuckle and I question, why in the world do people want Jordan Clarkson on this team? I mean, he's not a scrub. He's not a bad player. Don't get me wrong. He is sixth man of the year quality. Absolutely. If you saw the game last night, he took a lot of shots. Yes, he got 25 points off the bench. Beautiful. That's shiny. That's nice. But look at his field goal attempts and made. That's not winning basketball. You're trailing, you're up, you're climbing. You're waiting for him to get on a heater, on a bender, to even close the gap, to go on a run where then good NBA teams kill those runs. That's not the basketball you want from a Jordan Clarkson. What's going on? Right, one back. Salute to you, man. How you doing? Happy New Year, friend. Yeah, that's not the basketball you kind of want to play. And again, he is another guy where he's not going to bring size. Right now, the Knicks, you could say, could use some size. Although it sounds contradicting because you got Mitchell Robinson returning, but now we're hearing reports that he's had another setback, or he's not ready yet. So I do not know what's going on. I hope that this is not a, prolonged. Mitchell Robinson is not ready. And then, trading deadline comes and he's not played. I'm hoping Mitchell Robinson can get here sometime before the Martin Luther King game coming up. And that's just a couple of games away. Just a couple of weeks away. I'm okay. It'll be right here. Those games go like this. I kind of want to see Mitchell Robinson on the court ready to play, because I kind of want to see at least 5 to 10. I don't think we have enough for 10 games before the trading deadline comes to assert ourselves that we have to make a move to bring in another big or another rim protector for Mitchell because if Mitchell Robinson isn't going to be healthy. That's my only concern. Is Mitchell Robinson healthy? He's given us time. When he's healthy, when he's ready to go, we know what he provides to the Knicks. Offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, rim protecting. If the Knicks misses some shots, you're going to have an opportunity for an offensive rebound where they're not missing. They're scoring 120 points per game, under 100 possessions. I mean, how much more? I mean, just think about they get the dynamic rebounder. I asked this question, though. If we do get Mitchell Robinson on the floor, do teams dare to try to double team the perimeter and kind of leave Mitch a little bit? But here's the one thing. If you got guys similar, like a Brunson, a Cameron Payne, a Shamet, a Tom McBride, who could, cut to the basket and if they're cutting, they're drawing the double, the alley-oop is going to be there for Mitchell Robinson, which he does great at. So maybe that gets another avenue of dynamic for the Knicks here. So I kind of want to see where Mitchell Robinson is going to get fully ready to go healthy. Mitchell needs to take the time. The season, the playoff are 3 months long. Yeah, you're right. But you also want to see. But here's the thing. You don't. But you don't want to see them have a setback, and then you can't do anything because the trade deadline has gone and passed. And again, that's why you rely on your bench and you rely on your depth on your team. I understand with Jericho Sims, I kind of want to, again, I don't want to harp or sound on negative on Jericho, but I kind of want him to, he should be already excelling to, I'm not saying he's supposed to be this one guy that's going to be taking the number one center position, but I kind of wish Jericho Sims was ready, like, all right, Thibodeau is ready to go with him. You could trust him to play maybe, 10 minutes, at night. I know he still wants Precious Achua, but if Chua or Towns, he could go to Jericho Sims, kind of use those three. And I know Thibodeau doesn't do that. Thibodeau don't do that with his rotation. I understand, guys, but this is the middle. We're just getting to the midpoint of the NBA 82-game season. Got to start trusting. I like the fact that he was early part. He played some Harkopoto. Harkopoto shows us that he's going to be a player. Raw, yes, indeed. But maybe hopefully that gets exploited where he's going to excel during the season. Maybe in late March, he may become an option for a little bit of minutes here, or if the Knicks continue to score over 120 plus points a game and beating the lesser teams to a point where Thibodeau could rest some of his starters and get the deep bench in there, and Harkopoto could come out there and showcase some stuff, some defense, some open some eyes and earn some more minutes down the road. Maybe that's a thing there, but I think Harkopoto looks like he's someone for next season, for salary cap and development and off-season program for the Knicks. It looks like that for me. But you never know the way the NBA is. It's a cap league. You got to play your rough. You got to find those diamonds in the roughs, and I think he is one of those. But he's going to need a lot some seasoning. I think we could get by with our bigs in the regular season. In today's NBA, yes, you're probably correct. You're probably correct with today's NBA. But here's the one thing, right, Red. I'm looking at I'm looking a little bit around the 76ers and Embiid is starting to get into form. I don't believe the team that wants the 76ers, but once teams start getting momentum and start playing well together, remember, they got Paul George there, Joel Embiid, Tyrone Maxey, and I'm not saying not to fear the 76ers, but again, he's starting to get going. You want to get your other centers just in case. You see how the officiating, at least Towns is playing all-star level, playing MVP type level, but he still is not getting the favorable whistles when it comes to the officiating. He still gets called for the officiating, calls him with these offensive picks, these stupid fouls that sometimes he gets hit and he doesn't get calls. Apparently there's a disparity when it comes to whistle officiating when you see Karl-Anthony Towns. It kind of seems like it's a Knick uniform thing, but my point is, in the postseason, you're going to need, if you match up against a 76er team, you're going to need that third center possibly. And if you don't have that, you don't want to go Precious Achua undersized and Mitchell Robinson, if he's injured or he's not here, you got to that's my point is you got to trust Jericho to develop or Harkopoto here in like you said, in for the next 3 months in the postseason. So that's another thing that I keep an eye at. I'm not worried about the Knicks guarding with the guards. Even the backup point guard, I think they're fine with Cameron Payne. Also, Tyler Kolak continues to see that he is someone that he's going to be on his team further and further. Wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks make a move, if they do make a minor move here to get someone. Don't be surprised if Rokas Yakovanis. I don't think he's never going to play for the Knicks. He put him there as his rights to the team along with a contract, and try to make a move if they're going to bring someone, like a guy to bring off the bench, to be like a 13 man on the team, that kind of deal. I can see the Knicks trying to get a second round pick just to have a player from a team that wants to shed salary, that's firing contract, something like that. I can see that happening, but we got plenty of time for that. I know someone we could sign right now. And the guy is Tristan Newton, 6'5" guard. And we asked the Pacers to release him. He played triple double guy. 6'5" though. I kind of want to get now. We got a lot. We got a lot of wings. We got a lot of guys like that on our team. I need a power forward. I need a power forward center, just in case. And I know we got, again, that makes me wonder. I don't know if they're going to do it because you got Harkopoto, you've got Jericho Sims, you have Precious Achua, Karl-Anthony Towns. That's your bigs. and Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson. So I don't know. That's why we need Mitchell Robinson back as best as possible, as quick as possible, due to the fact to find out what we have and the dynamic with him. Newton has back-to-back national titles with UConn. He has flourished off the bench, I believe it, and I like Kolak too. I mean, some reason Indiana is not using him. Maybe some systems don't fit. I don't know. At 6'5", we're bringing another guy in here. I don't know. Never say never in the NBA. I don't know if that's a guy on his radar. Is he a defender? Is he one of those guys that can defend? That's what the Knicks looking for a lot first. A lot of defensive guy first. They have the firepower in scoring. They're going to need to find defensive specialists if they want to add to the bench and make a bench deeper. I also saw a report Alec Burks. No, thank you. He wasn't bad last year, but he's older. He's getting older. He's a veteran. Yeah, I get it. That was over. That's almost 4 to 5 years ago when Burks had his great. Burks is good. We know he was okay. Now we got to move. We got to get younger. We got to find others to help the team continue to grow. In my opinion, of course, definitely on that. So we're going to go for a 10th consecutive win. We're going to see our old friend, one and only Isaiah Hartenstein, will be playing against us tomorrow night. It'll be interesting to see that matchup, Karl-Anthony Towns and him going one-on-one. That's going to be fun. That's going to be really good. We're going to have that on the playback. So if you have not known about us yet, when you don't see us do watch-alongs too much on YouTube, because we are on the playback. So what's the playback? Playback TV. You can find that on the video description. You please join us. I have passes. That means you can watch the game at no extra cost. While you're listening and while you're watching along with the games, you could comment in the chat, and instead of seeing, you have the game in the back. You have the game in the back while the game is while we're all having a conversation, or while we're doing the play-by-play and stuff like that. It's really fun. You get to see all the everyone that you know from this Return of the Knicks podcast. Majority are heading over there. They're getting their passes quickly because I don't want to run out of them. What's the story? He's on the Westchester Knicks right now with TJ Warren. That's another option. I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks give him an opportunity before making moves and trades. Why not? You want to keep draft picks in case and so forth. I wouldn't be surprised if TJ Warren. I'm not opposed with that with TJ Warren. But again, when they play on the Westchester Knicks, doesn't mean that he's going to be playing for the Knicks immediately. They're probably going to be on the deep bench. That's in case of emergency, case an emergency break glass situation for TJ Warren. It seems like. Does Brunson play tomorrow? I believe he does. I think that was the game because, of course, they had to fly out to OKC. They had to come home to Madison Square Garden, rest him up, get some treatment at home and all that, get him ready for Friday, and he'll probably warm up and play. I think he'll probably play. If I'm a betting man, I'm betting that Brunson plays tomorrow against OKC. That's the top notch. That's a big marquee matchup there. And speaking of marquee stuff here, again, Karl-Anthony Towns, another 30 points, 20 rebounds. My goodness. And he's just getting into some rarefied air with Knicks monster legends. Jalen Brunson again, second in the franchise with 55, with most 50-point games, 55 the other night against the Wizards. Brunson now trails only Bernard King for the most 50-point game as a Knick, wearing the Knick uniform, passing more than Carmelo Anthony, and Bernard King is next on the line there for him to obtain. Brunson, that we already talked about, he's an all-star. He's the next making of a Knicks legend, in my opinion. And then, of course, something that hasn't done since 1981, back-to-back triple-doubles for the guard. Josh Hart sets the milestone. Again, from Michael Ray Richardson. Michael Ray can have not done that. I don't want to put Richardson there. Michael Ray have not done that since 1981. So my goodness, a record is almost 45 years long or old. That's a freaking awesome move by Josh Hart. Again, another caveat for Leon Rose is trading accolades. Smart move by Leon, getting him here for Cam Reddish. Just remember the trade that happened. Knicks continue to win these different trades. I haven't seen under Leon Rose. I think what he might has like about 90% percentile in there in his trades that he has made. I don't. I'm going to give him 90 because I don't remember. There's got to be one that it wasn't so hot. Maybe the trade for Burks, the trade with Detroit, maybe. But other than that, for him and last year, they both hit some threes. They were okay. It wasn't a terrible move. The trade he made with Detroit wasn't that bad. That's why we'll give him a 90% on his return rates on his investment on the trades for Leon. And I think it was a good move there. My God, just think we wanted every day when we played Utah last night. I was saying, thank you, Danny Ainge, for being the prick. That's all I say. Thank you for being the prick that you are, Danny Ainge, not sending us Donovan Mitchell, and going into the route of Dar Anthony Towns, and of course, OG Anunoby. Right now, in the short term, it looks great. Right now, the short term, we're ecstatic because we've seen the results in front of us, and Mikal Bridges. Because just think of the dynamic of the way the team would look. We would have been a little too small with Mitchell and Brunson, and of course, then Randall in the power forward position. Randall reports come out tonight or today. I read him and Anthony Edwards had a little bit of a disagreement at warm-ups in the practice between them. He says that Anthony Edwards says that Julius Randle plays like he plays with jeans on. Yikes! So that looks like something that might be dissolving but for the Timberwolves, I don't believe he signed a contract extension. Julius did. I think he's a free agent. Again, once he left the Knicks, I did not pay attention to the news and notes when it came to Julius Randle's contract. I believe he's a free agent. I think he'll be able to walk. I don't think he'll resign with the Timberwolves there. And I know when I was watching the NBA show, the NBA TNT on with Shaq and all of them, I know they were talking about that they don't fit. It doesn't seem to work there. Julius Randle and Minnesota, their scoring is down and so forth. I mean, hey, that's why you move players at the right. You know when to move the players at the right time at high value, and I think the Knicks did that. I think they moved Julius Randle at the right time in the high value, but it doesn't take away from his contribution what he did with the Knicks. I still think Julius Randle deserves his flowers, his accolades for being one of the players to come here and want to take this team with the reputation and the laughability and making them an NBA playoff team and an NBA winner. And of course, now others wanted to come. So I got to give that a kudos to Julius Randle. It's nice for Brunson not to be getting beaten down, trapped and body him. Yes, absolutely. The great thing that we're winning without catching on fire. That's right. Remember, the Knicks is a team that just caught fire only to come crashing down to earth. And they're playing consistent. Because what they're doing, they're not playing over their heads. And anyone that wants, I'm going to put the link, anyone wants to have this conversation, you're more than welcome. Anyone that's watching, don't just be a spectator, be a participant like Rye Bread, who is chiming in the chat. Come on in, have your Knick questions. Let's continue the round table. And I like it. Keep it coming, Rye Bread. I love the conversation back and forth, and I appreciate you. Definitely. The Knicks will be the Knicks catch fire because they're not playing over their head. What we see the Knicks play out there is just fundamentally high IQ basketball. They really don't turn the ball over when they do. They're going to get in the passing lane. They're going to defend with their wings. They're going to get the ball to Tyron 3 times. Brunson is going to cut to the basket, get the double team, draw the double team, or get in front of his opponent. Stop, get the bump, throw the floater up, hit, and try to go to the line for 3-point play. They'll move the ball to Mikal Bridges. Again, the Knicks got to shoot a little better 3-point. Is the one thing that they miss. And this is hard to say they miss when you're scoring 120 points, 120.1 or something around the line for 100 possession. When you could say you're the second highest scoring team in the NBA, and dare we say that we're missing Dante DiVincenzo's 3-point ability on this team. Just funny. Just think about that statement. It's funny because they're the high scoring team, and yet we're still wishing we had that one 3-point shooter, DiVincenzo. And it could be because of the emotional investment we had with him. The embody of how tough that little guy, he wasn't little, but how tough the guy was. on this team. The guy was a tough SOB defender, hard-nosed, emotional player. And I'm not saying the Knicks don't play with emotion. They do. They've got, Mikal Bridges is one of those guys, a Villanova guy. Mikal Bridges, when he hits the three, he gets goofy or makes the game fun. He does it and he changes in a different dynamic. He's like, oh, this guy and that vibe kind of rubbed off on the team. Let's have fun. And again, like you said, right, Brett, they still haven't hit their stride. I don't think they have played their top notch of basketball this season, this team. And that's funny because they're 13 games over 500, and there's a lot of room to improve when it comes to the Knicks. There's a lot of room to improve, and if you're a Knicks fan, you have to be ecstatic, enamored, and extremely happy on what we see here. Yes, indeed. So here's another question. Remember those mellow teams that will blow out the Heat, even as they would be on fire, only then to lose the bad teams by double? Yeah, that's right. They'll play down to their competition. And I remember many times that year, the 54-win team, I think they beat the Miami Heat that year 3 out of 4 times, and we were waiting for them. We were all foaming at the mouth, licking our chops in the postseason. We took our eye off the prize pretty much, allow Indiana Pacers to steal that home playoff game, and we never recovered. And Roy Hibbert got a block. One of his biggest blocks ever in his career was that attempt on Melo going for the dunk, and the rest is history. We underestimated the Pacers. We didn't take them serious because we were too busy looking ahead, in my opinion, to play the Miami Heat. And who knows what would happen if we would have played the Heat. Anything could happen. But would have, could have, should have. I always say that my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. So would have, could have, should have. We'll see on that there. We will never know. We will never know. Maybe in an other alternate universe, there's a what if. What if they would have won that series? We would only know. We would only know that. We would only know. If John Starks would have hit a couple threes in 94, we would have been NBA champions. You never know. As we continue the conversation flowing, and it makes me go to the next thing. The season that we're having with all our players, I just gave you some guys, 4 players with 40 points, 30 and 20, 55 points, 50-point game for Brunson. Yet, when the NBA All-Star ballot came out, of course, 25% of it was reported. No Knicks in leading vote getters. Jalen Brunson among guards, fourth in All-Star voting. Tell me right now, any guard who's having a better year than Jalen Brunson for his team and the impact that he is for his team. No one. No way LaMelo Ball, who's the leading guard getter, should be the number one in votes in guards. No. LaMelo Ball has a hangnail and he doesn't play. Brunson, one game, I believe, was second or second game he missed the season, something around that area, that time. And he played. He plays. He produces. He's impactful. You could say the team, you could arguably say the team MVP. All those stats, all those statistics, and he's 4th. Knick fans, we need to do a better job voting. And it's not a ridicule of you guys. Action speaks louder than words. You have to take an action. You just got to move your mouse, click on the All-Star voting ballot, vote for your favorite Knick player. Hey, look, if not every Knick player is your favorite and you want to see a different NBA player, but give it to the well-deserved Knick players like a Brunson or Karl-Anthony Towns, whoever you think is deserved to go to the All-Star game to represent your team, the Knicks. You need to because listen, when the game comes, you want to see your team. You want to see this. You want to see orange and blue be representative there, not the butt of the jokes, not that he can't dunk or he failed on dunking like they did with Jacob Toppin and so forth. No, you want to see our players play. Melo. I felt like when Melo made the All-Star teams under the Knick banner, it felt like they were recruiting him out of the team. Every other felt like they were just like, why are you playing there? Like they want to recruit him and pull him to go play here and there. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like Melo. Melo was out there representing the Knicks for the All-Star game. Absolutely, he was proud of it. But it kind of felt like the league was trying to recruit him out. Like, oh well, Now we got guys in our prime. Brunson and Towns. Brunson and Towns are in their prime. They should be NBA starters. They should be in that All-Star game as NBA starters, not reserve, not at all. And yeah, and of course, we're yes. The claim is that we are many fans worldwide, but here's the deal, and the proof is in the pudding. And I hate to say this might offend people, but I gotta be real. I don't know how I'm gonna expect you guys, Knick fans, to vote when you can't even hit a like button on the YouTube for free on content creators. Not my platform, not just my platform, in all platforms. Because you gotta hear nothing but Knicks ask and beg for you guys to hit the like button. You gotta hear Knick Fan TV does the same thing. Knick Film School does the same thing. Please the like button. We got all these many people and we only got this much likes. So don't complain, Knick fans. It's YouTube, and you don't even give the like button to the content creators. Come on, guys, you gotta let's stop the divide attempts, and let's get together. Let's get together and start voting the Knicks. If you don't like the content and you don't want to hit the like button, that's your prerogative. But you gotta vote for your Knicks. You gotta vote. You gotta vote for the Knicks players. You got to vote our players so we could see our players on the All-Star game, All-Star weekend being showcased. At least that. So we need to stop, put that aside, hit like, vote. Look, you guys know how to use the internet. You guys are all over different platforms, going to different programs. Hit and vote the NBA players. Get your Knicks in the All-Star game. I really, 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 really want you guys to hit that like. Please hit that like button too here. Don't wait for the host. Do the right thing. If you like the program, hit it. If you don't. That's fine. Again, we're not. Everybody's not everyone's cup of coffee. We get it. Or tea. But the Knicks, they all are flavor. The Knicks are all our flavor. All those players are all our flavors, and we need to vote that flavor in for the world to suck on it, because there too many times we have been ridiculed on ESPN, NBA, and I know you guys don't care what they say because we're gonna still vote for the team, but we gotta also have the league respect the orange and blue, and we gotta put our players in there. We gotta fan base gotta speak loud and proud. We want our players to start. No way, Karl Anthony Towns is not having a better year than Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm not comparing them, and I'm not comparing them as an individual player to player matchup. This what they mean. What they mean when they for the team and how they played for the team deserve All-Star status. And Karl Anthony Towns, what he's done for the Knicks, has earned number one status for center in the NBA East. Here we go. What's going on? We got hello, dude. You play well. Love to my friends. Be a fan. If you wish. There you go. No problem. You got it. I'll get you on. You got it. Also, we have a Discord as well, the Sports Jedi Network. So that's Mr. Ray Hart. We'll definitely have you there. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you listening to us on Twitch. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate everyone. Definitely supporting us. Thank you. We're a couple of subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers. 20,000 subscribers. Again. Wow. Thank you again. We're so close. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Again, we appreciate those that we are your cup of coffee or we are your drink of choice, your content of choice. We thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate everyone. OG as a reserve. I don't know. He just got Player of the Month award for Defensive Player of the Month award. Defense. Let me clarify. Defense Player of the Month for Rye Bread for OG Anunoby, and we'll see. I don't know if he makes it. I mean, that East got some good players on there. I don't know if he makes it. You got Tatum and Brown. Remember, Tatum and Brown, they're still defending champions. They're going to get some guys in there. Of course, Boston's going to get two in there probably. If you look at, let me look at the reserves. Let me open up. Let's talk with some substance. Let's talk with some facts from the right now. All right, here we go. So right now, this is 25. Well, fans vote is 50% of the total of the All-Star starters. 25% is media. So 25% is by the fans. Other 25% is by the media. But right now, the front court. Here's the front court right now. Leading front, the first three. Towns right now is in the lead because you get to vote three. The first top three are your starters. It's going to be Antetokounmpo, Tatum, Karl Anthony Towns. Antetokounmpo has 1.7 million votes, followed by Tatum at 1.3 because, hey, let's put 1.4, we round it off. Okay, Antetokounmpo is very famous. Remember, it's a little bit of a popularity contest around the world. Remember, he's into now. Big Tatum just won an NBA title. I can see that. Karl Anthony Towns, believe it or not, on 1.1 million and 99. So let's put a good 1 million for Karl Anthony Towns. That's a good number. Believe it or not, at number 3. The next guy is just 484,000, which is Pablo Banchero. He's been injured. Jalen Brown is at 433. Jimmy Butler, despite having issues with Miami, at 250,000. And then Joel Embiid, 170,000. So people look. I don't think Joel Embiid, and even George and Mobley. I'm surprised if Evan Mobley has that low of a vote. Only have 145,000 from Cleveland. So it shows you about the lack of momentum for Cleveland Cavaliers. Maybe there's not a belief with that team, despite having a hell of a year. And I'll give you the guards. Here's the one that to me I'm like head scratcher. 947. This is where I find it weird. Well, because the people are voting probably for the same player in different guards. LaMelo Ball with 947,000 leading the way for the Eastern guard. Donovan Mitchell, 718. Well, right behind Damian Lillard, 704. No way Damian Lillard's having a better year than Jalen Brunson. Brunson at 477,000. With so many Knick fans, that in every different arena, you hear them, they're loud, they're proud. We're loud, we're proud, and we only have 477,000 of us voting for Jalen Brunson. That's where I got to call what's going on. Either that or this all-star voting is bullshit. Maybe we are voting and they're not counting and it's all bullshit. And the league is putting who they want there. I don't know. I'm just going to say that out there. This brand is worldwide, gets tons of votes. Yes, it gets tons of votes. It's worldwide. Right. Correct. You're correct on that. And they showcase the NBA all over because, let's face it, these teams get good. But LaMelo Ball, though, what has LaMelo Ball done other than his father? I mean, what has he really done? Charlotte is going to probably be in the lottery again. That's the one I'm going to call a little bit of a eyebrow raise is for LaMelo Ball. I could see Lillard. I could see Donovan Mitchell to a degree. Mitchell, they're playing well. He's famous. He's known. He's also on New York Times. All that good stuff with the Mets. Met fans will vote for him. So most of them are Knick fans. So I'm surprised. But I'm fiberglass where Jalen Brunson is. I think it should have been, if anything, Brunson should be 3rd, not 4th. If anything, but to be honest with you, between you and I, the impact that Jalen Brunson provides for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson should be the number 1 or number 2 vote getter in the guards, in my opinion. But then Trae Young is behind him 5th. Kate Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, Jordan Poole just got back knowing Jordan Poole 8th. Tyler Hero and Derek White. Those are the East. And at the end of the day, we got to vote for our players. We got to vote. We got to get them into the All-Star game. Plain and simple. And that's the bottom line. And we go with that. And we definitely got to get one of the two, at least both in there for our players. So anything else, any topic there, that you guys want to call? Because I'm about to wrap up. I just wanted to see if anyone wanted to come on. But if not, we'll just wrap it up. And we have spoken a lot. We said a lot. We've mentioned, of course, that this is the third 9-game winning streak on the Coach Thibodeau, having gone over the 10-game one. Tomorrow's a big game. Could they get it? Let's hope that it's on the road. They're probably going to be the underdog. It's probably going to be a close game. In fact, let's check the line right now. As of right now, of course, we like to check the line there in case you want to make a bet like Jack City does, who puts a little action in the game. And we'll definitely wish good luck on that there. Let's see how it opens up first as I refresh my map. Okay, so right now the OKC is a 5.5 point favorite at home. So they're 5.5-point favorite at home as of right now. So the Knicks, you could take the Knicks to win, and you win one at a minus 105. So if the OKC don't cover, you get 105. So at plus 550, plus 0.5 for the Knicks. And the over and under, they're thinking they're going, it's opened up at 21.5 points at a minus 105. So remember, bet with your head, not over your head, and good luck there if you want to make your Friday interesting. The first bet of the year, first big weekend bet of the year between the Knicks and OKC. So right now, that line will change once they find out more information. If Brunson's going to play, not going to play. I believe if they say everything's all good and go, probably that line will go down probably to 3.5 points. OKC favorite, or unless if OKC has an injury where Dort might not play, or the SGH, but SGH probably will play. Let me see if anyone has come up on the. Let me see if anyone comes up on the. Caruso's out. Okay, I got some of the. Here we go. Caruso's out, so no Caruso. But expected to return tomorrow. Wait a minute. Caruso might be coming back. So status is out, but expected to return tomorrow. Other than that, that's it. Chad Holmgren is gone until February 10th. That's pretty much any one of their main starters there. And of course, game time decision. So I got game time decision for Miles McBride, game time decision for Jalen Brunson, and of course, Mitchell Robinson is out. He's expected to return January 25th now. They upgraded that for the Knickerbockers for Mitchell Robinson. So game time decision for McBride and Jalen Brunson. So we're all going to be invested on a tweet from Ian Begley or others to see if he's going to play or not, or the post-game, the pre-game show from MSG, from Han and Pito, to find out if they're going to give it a go in the starting lineup. So we'll probably find out around 6 o'clock if he's good to go or not after some warm-ups there. So let's hope that he could get going. Definitely for our Knicks. So with that said, I want to thank everyone for joining me this evening. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Sports Jedi Network, talking some Knicks basketball. Don't forget, please hit the like. First and foremost, forget about my likes. Go and vote. I'm willing to put the sacrifice of the likes on the channel if we all just vote for our Knicks. Go and vote for our Knicks. Let's get Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. We can get them 4 out of the 5 into the All-Star game. Let's go for it, man. So with that said, man, we'll see you tomorrow night to watch along. May the sports be with you and the Knicks be with you. And Happy New Year, guys.